What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning on the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Hades. He's from the DoD clan. His name is Brickhead. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is HellsRavage. This is the second game in the best of 5 series between these two players for the Bill Gregg Open. The map is one of those really interesting ones. And by really interesting ones, I mean one of those ones which is not a part of the random map pool. It's Tropical Mirage. So, the exciting thing about this map is there are 3 entry points into your opponent's base. 1, 2, 3. It's high hunt. And there is hunt all in the middle of these points here as well. And everything else kind of plays a little bit like marsh, except with some differences. Like you can't, like your map's a little bit more open if you get past the thing. There's no fish or anything like that, and yeah, it's a pretty good map. HellsRavage took that first game against a Brickhead with some really strong Zeus, shaking things up on this game and switching into Loki, predicting the counter god or the Civ change from Brickhead, who's taking his Hades here. Hades being a half decent counter to Zeus. You can do okay about with the Hades against Zeus, but sometimes you get slapped around a bit by the Centaur, and there's not a lot you can do. So Brickhead trying to counter pick here a little bit. Looks like his storehouse is a little bit too close to the gold mine here. The way you want to do your storehouse placements for those trying to get better at the game is wait until your villager is on top of the gold mine, just about to swing their pickaxe, and then throw the storehouse down. That way you never have this issue where you're like, yeah, I reckon there's enough space there to get my storehouse in there, but unlucky. That's going to be some pretty inefficient villagers for the time being until he replaces it, if he chooses to do so. So yeah, Hell's potentially... Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. There is enough space here. It kind of looks like there's not, but there is. I take it all back. Brickhead knows all. So Hell's predicting potentially a god swap, or maybe like a Thor or an Odin here, trying to counter Civ with the Loki. Loki does really well against the other Norse gods if you're aggressive with Loki, if they have a bad map or something like that, and if there's enough hunt, or if there's enough hunt to play with in order to do things like semi-fast mythics off of one town center with the HellsRavage spam with the Hall of Thanes upgrade. But this is Loki versus Hades, plays very differently. I believe this is actually Loki favored, simply because there isn't any real response that Hades has got to flaming weapons. That being said, if the Hades does manage to survive the flaming weapons, it goes a full 180, and Hades really just demolishes what Loki can do, just because of how strong Hades' army is with those Toxotes and the like. We're going to throw up that next house. He's got 2 houses and the temple, very standard. Kind of just blocking in this location here. Nice building placement. You kind of got the temple inside of the town center range. That's what you want to be doing. The central tower is a little bit out in the open. You kind of want to throw up some wall segments around that. We are seeing Athena as the god of choice for Brickhead, and HellsRavage going through 4 SETI. So no real surprises there. Potentially could see Ares here for Hades instead of Athena. The Minotaur doesn't come in handy. The Cyclops doesn't come in handy. So you just get a stronger myth unit in the Cyclops over the Minotaur. And the upgrades for Athena benefit your hoplites, but you kind of don't want to be making those. So you want to go the Ares. If you're thinking just about late game, Pestilence versus Restoration is the early game decision making there, and the upgrades are kind of the late game decision making there. Because if you go Ares, Apollo, Artemis, you can get some really strong archers and deal with, say, a Nidhogg nice and easily. But here we go. We got the Archery Ranger Military Academy for Brickhead going up in the middle of the map. I love this from Brickhead. He does get slapped around a little bit in the early game, and he's been spotted by this Ulfsark and the Herso here. Going to be fighting back, needs to get the Hoplite and the Toxotes pumping out, get his Ajax over here. Going to be actually able to pick off a villager there. That's really big. This is also giving favor to HellsRavage, and Hells is going to be getting out of there. Going to be building raiding cavalry and Herso. I'm not sure I like that. The raiding cavalry just get melted by the Minotaur, the free Minotaur and the Hoplite. Maybe you can start building the raiding cavalry after you pick off that free Minotaur or something like that. Brickhead just going for 2 military buildings, so maybe looking to grab the town center fairly soon, or throwing down that next archery range once he sorts his life out. He's got a little bit of house blocked here as well. Need to get on top of those houses. Population right now 40 to 48, and looks like HellsRavage wants to make a little bit of a push in to Brickhead's base here, and here we go. Nope, decides against it wisely. Does not have Hall of Fames yet. You don't really want to fight until you have that one, because your Herso are quite weak until that. You've only got 143 HP, comparable to the 115 HP of the Hoplite. And they do a little bit more damage than the Hoplite, but the Hoplite is significantly cheaper by 30 resources, so it doesn't really pay for itself, the extra resources there. So you want to get that Hall of Fames out so that they get the extra HP. Also, the speed to dodge the arrow fire as you run in is really important. Some random pigs over here that might want to think about bringing back to your base, Brickhead, but not that important. Looks like Brickhead making a move in. And HellsRavage is getting a little bit caught out. They're going to take a little bit of damage. That troll is probably going to be falling there. It's very bizarre to me watching Hells just moving out at this point. He needs to be sitting in his base, potentially raiding some of what Brickhead has in his base with a couple of Herso, with Hall of Fames. And we are seeing a sneak with these villagers over here onto this location, grabbing this hunt. If I'm Brickhead, I'm right-clicking on this gold mine, and I'm sitting on this gold mine. And I'm not leaving this gold mine. We're seeing some more archery ranges and an extra archery range and extra military academy getting thrown up here. Because this watchtower, while he's grabbed it, it doesn't do anything. Sit here, put on passive stance with your Chiron and your Toxotes, keep the Hoplite just behind, and you push off this gold mine. And there's nothing really that HellsRavage can do about it except for fight you, and then you have restoration to win that fight. And also population 67 to 75, so Brickhead's slightly behind on the population, but his army is far superior to HellsRavage at this point, not including those myth unit spawns you potentially might get. We'll see what happens. It looks like Hells yet again getting a little bit antsy with his army. I feel like he's not quite versed in what Loki does. Loki does not want to be fighting this. Loki wants to get to the heroic age and catch this army out with the flaming weapons. That's pretty much all you want to do. You can avoid fights until that point in the game. You're in a good position there, grabbing eyes in the forest. Just give the line of sight a little bit of a buff there for the Herso. It's not really a technology we see too often, and it's a bit of a waste of resources. We're seeing all of Thanes coming through. It does allow your Herso to spot the enemy army a little bit earlier, and you can run away a little bit faster in that situation. This army from Brickhead starting to get really scary though. How's the resources looking for Hells? He's still pumping military, so not going for that next age. We'll have Hall of Fames fairly soon. We are seeing Brickhead moving in. He's moving back and out and around in his military or his villages. We get pushed off for a second here as Hells is looking through to the base of Brickhead. Brickhead's got his sentinels up. He's over gold, too many gold mine villages. And you really don't want to be chasing this Norse army. You need to make an aggressive attack here while the Norse army is out of position, and try and save your villagers moving back onto the straggler trees. Maybe idle your gold villagers a little bit. Get your sentry towers upgraded, which he's doing, and maybe put some ghost buildings up here. Seeing Hells is not doing anything. And where are the Toxotes? Toxotes retreating back to the base. Looks like the unwall segmented watchtower here is going to get picked off, and potentially a myth unit spawn may come for Brickhead, or for HellsRavage I should say. Looking like it's not going to go down. It's on 41 HP. That's the Hades buildings right there. Survived for so long. 687 HP as opposed to the 550 HP of of Brickhead. Now, sorry. I keep on getting confused because Hells is not a Norse player and Brickhead's not a Hades, a Greek player. And we're seeing this army getting a couple of whacks from the Hades army. He can just retreat back to his healing spring, get that health back. Nice walls up for Brickhead here, delaying this attack, but he will get in. Can use a gate on both sides to run these villages away. The Toxoid is going to be moving in to help out. Maybe move over this side as well. Looks like these villagers are going to get chased around. Getting those back into the wood line. We're going to lose a villager here, which is going to hurt just a touch. And we are seeing a population now for HellsRavage. So this is quite good, to say the very least, for Hells. If you're a Norse player and you get to 115 pop, you've got to be happy because your army is quite strong when it's at full pop, especially if you can get anything else. Looks like these villagers are moving forward, potentially looking to grab this hunt over here. Stealing hunt from Brickhead, who's still sitting in the middle here. He's also grabbing hunt over on this side. The Cataclysmist might have spotted that. Looks like the army of HellsRavage moving out yet again. In and out, in and out. We still have like a timing push. Like the reason for this strategy from Brickhead is basically to go for this gold mine, or for this gold mine that was here, and use a restoration on top of it. But Bragi is surely going to be incoming soon for Hells. It's getting very close. He could cancel production. He's got what looks like, well, he has canceled production. He's going to have all of that food. Does he have an armory? The armory is coming up. Looks like, ooh, Brickhead is going to spot these villagers. So this is potentially 7 dead villagers here. Because he's sending something over there. Yeah, sending villagers over to grab those deer. And the raiding cavalry moving out on this side. What are these relics here? Armor of Achilles. Probably should have grabbed that one. Eye of Horus. Oh, there's some good relics on the map, but for some reason being ignored. The with Hells moving forward yet again, looking for something to do, getting a little bit out of position here, but he will be going through Bragi soon. So long as he can run around for the minute that he's doing things, he should be okay. Oh, and is he going to stop on this army? No, he's not going to stop on the villagers. Potentially it would have got caught out or something. Could have got ghost building in here or something. That would have actually been really nice if Brickhead was on top of that. Looks like the villagers are moving forward. Going to try and get greeted over on this side of the map here. How is the Bragi coming through? Bragi's coming through. Second town center coming up for Hells as well. So not even a semi-fast mythic here. Going to be sitting in the heroic edge for just a little bit. This army will spot these villagers grabbing food over here, and Brickhead going to be spotting these villagers over here. Hells just trying to micro these villagers around and stay out of the line of sight of Brickhead here. And he could probably start grabbing some of these trees over here instead of the hunt as well, and you should be fine with those resources. You can take these villagers off and chuck them onto hunt somewhere. Got these random army from Brickhead looking to make some pressure onto HellsRavage. The Chiron going to get picked off here. Really don't want to be losing that one, especially coming into the heroic edge. We see Bragi has come through. Brickhead still not advanced. He's actually really low on food. He's actually in a really difficult spot here because he's not grabbing the hunt anymore. I mean, he's going out from here. A lot of villagers on this location here. The army of HellsRavage going to be retreating yet again. And what is it looking like he's doing? He's not going to mark it up. So he's not looking for that next stage. He's putting another long house up. He's going to be spamming Battle Ball here, it looks like. Maybe spamming Battle Ball. He's got 76 favor in the bank, so it would be in his best interest to do so. Going to catch this Minotaur out. These hoplite going to get picked off by the throwing axeman really easily, and the Minotaur should be falling fairly soon. Karen going to picked off. Nice Trolls spawn. Should be seeing some Myth unit spawns coming through fairly soon. The army of Brickhead making his way in, and this is kind of what you want if you're HellsRavage. This army is really out of position. Get the raiding cavalry around the back, and then hit the front with the Hersa here. Class flaming weapons nice and early. Here we go. Flaming weapons goes down. Are we going to see restoration here? Looks like the army gets a nice surround, and you have to fight this if you're Brickhead. He's trying to get the army into a corner here to limit the amount of damage that he can do, but a lot of his hoplite aren't attacking, and we're going to see the restoration come down. We're going to see more units moving in here, but this is going to be a really big win for HellsRavage. He gets a mountain giant spawn right in the back of this army here, which is going to start soaking fire from those Toxotes. Population for Brickhead 117 to 120 here. Really big win there for HellsRavage. Going to be taking that fight brutally well there, and Brickhead managed to reproduce some units here, but he is definitely going to be on the back foot right now. Potentially Hells should grab this town center and grab this town center here as well, and try and end the game with a gold starve over here or something like that. There's gold mines on both sides of the map. It could be hitting here at this point, but looks like he's going to be moving forward and attacking this location. Is he spamming those battle balls? He's still not spamming battle ball. Brickhead, or HellsRavage I should say, 100 favor. Needs to put some more villagers onto gold mine at this point, just to spend that favor on the battle ball here, because one of the, there's some villagers over here you could hit. One of the really tough things that Hades and all the other Greek gods have to deal with is mass myth units. You can get out 4 or 5 myth units. Their heroes are not enough to deal with them. And we're seeing this army still chilling here, still out of position. And HellsRavage should be punishing this right now. Should be happy to fight this here, get the raiding cavalry on the back, spam the battle ball out, and you'll be fine. But he's not doing so. Raiding cavalry are around the back of this army at this point here. A nice micro forward with the Toxotes, getting these raiding cavalry, making a little bit of an issue here. Battle ball does get picked off in the end there, and looks like I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like the ox cart got picked off, which is a little bit of a nuisance there. None of the villagers really falling. There is an ox cart over here that Hells can use, and Hell's going to be picking off most of this army at this point. It's looking like he's doing okay. 110 pop to 100 pop. Actually, it's pretty even in terms of population here, so Brickhead doing a nice job of staying alive in this game, and the Hades Shade's going to be moving in as well to help out, and that's going to probably force Brickhead back for the time being here. He's going to be retreating. And the ox cart is making, so he still has this ox cart over here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hells? That's fine. That's fine. What's the plan though for Hells here? Is he more longhouses? Just going to be doing the things and the stuff? Here we go. Brickhead moving forward. What there's something to do? Should be totally fine to take these guys out. Actually, Brickhead's army's starting to look a little bit scary, to be honest. If he can get popped here, get enough villagers on food, keep this fighting going, pushing off hunt, preventing Hells from getting mythic age. I think he's got a red hot shot here. Like you've done kind of everything you wanted to do with this Loki army, except you didn't follow up with battle ball. That's kind of the big problem for Hells, and now this Hades army is going to be smoking this Loki army here, or at least going even trades. And even trades mean you stay in the classical age for a long. Nice battle ball spawn though, so that's really going to help him out in this fight. The throwing axemen, going to be picking off most of these hoplites. Pretty decent micro from Hells, focusing these guys down. They do get a bonus against those hoplites, so very important to do that. And it's looking like a Brickhead are going to have to retreat here at this point. Losing a lot of units. Actually lost that fight pretty badly. It might have just been defender's advantage though. Lots of military buildings up for Brickhead in the middle of the map. It's still pumping them out. And Brickhead's really short on the food here. Needs to sort that one out and swap some of those food villages over onto some of those wood villages over onto food here. And these are 24 villagers grabbing this tree here. This is how you can tell he's a Norse main. Got to fix this up. You got to spend the extra 50 wood on that in order to do anything. For some reason, a Brickhead grabbing farms when there is a perfectly good deer here, but you know, whatever. Each to their own. Nice defense over here. This mountain giant will get picked off fairly soon from the Ajax. Looks like he's going to try retreating back to the healing spring or something like that. A nice raid onto the gold mine, but that's not where the main gold mine operation is going on. It looks like Brickhead is stealing the gold mine from HellsRavage. Brickhead is stealing the gold mine from HellsRavage. And he's actually out of gold here. This is huge. This is absolutely gigantic. There's no other gold mines on the map. Like, there is over here, and there's here, and here, and here, but... by Brickhead stealing this gold mine, he's stolen like 3,000 gold from HellsRavage here, so... We'll see where he goes with these guys. He may have to move over here, which he's going for with the dwarves. How's the population looking for Brickhead, though? 130 pop. Going to be grabbing this town center as well, and the army is doing decently. I think Hells is slightly overpopped in the military region. And he's on this gold mine. He spots the gold mining operation. Hells is doing some raids. Going to be sharing the gold mine for the time being. We'll see what happens now, as both players realize what is at stake here. It looks like the villagers are going to be attacking different dwarves and things. If you can pick off this ox cart, it's going to delay even more. Looks like all the battle ball making them move over. There's no Chiron here. And nice raid onto the villagers over here, picking off these guys going for the center hunt. That's huge for Brickhead. Every single villager he picks off is important. And that third town center is going to come in really, really handy very, very soon. It's like the throwing axemen going to be greeted by those Toxotes here. Nice micro pulling those axemen back. Looks like the dwarves trying to get back onto this location here, going to try and get as much gold as they possibly can. Looks like the Ajax does get picked off, so these battle ball are going to do absolute work, and another battle ball spawn in the back with some reinforcements coming in to force Brickhead out of here. Nice play from HellsRavage, managed to secure this gold mine for the time being, but there's only 2,500 gold left in there. And how is Hell's going? Got Aphrodite coming through. HellsRavage's economy is looking a little bit unstable here, as he's been losing quite a few villagers around the map here. Nice rage from Brickhead, managing to keep himself in this game. We do see the villagers also escaping fairly nicely here. And we've got HellsRavage making a move in at this point. He's ready to deal some damage. He could potentially chuck down a hill fort over here or something to secure this gold mine. But there is the Aphrodite. Casts his curse, picks off nearly every single one of those throwing axemen. Really going to help out with his army. The hoplite going to be leaving this location to be going for the gold mine, as he knows it's over here, and try and get some raids while these battle ball are running around. We should be seeing Achilles coming out instantly. Achilles is really going to help out with his battle ball. Got an Nemean Lion to help out as well, and the Ajax in the back. Got a couple of units over here to defend, but it's really not going to be enough. There are 6 Hoplite and a Hades Shade here versus only 4 military units from the Norse player, HellsRavage. So Hells is going to be retreating with his army over here while trying to take out this location. The Achilles does pop out, which is going to spell doom for these battle boars. There's nothing to help pick off the Achilles here. These Toxotes probably don't need to chase the battle boar at all, but the battle ball may be able to take these town center down. We do see Divine Blood coming through. The army of, or the raid of HellsRavage has been picked off, but he's going to be moving this ox cart into to fix this location back up. The battle ball are going to be getting out of here, and the Achilles is enough to force these guys away here. And the Nemean Lion chasing down these battle balls. There's so many battle balls for HellsRavage at this point, but given that it's now the heroic age, having to face those really difficult to kill heroes of Hades in the Achilles, the Ajax, and the Chiron means you can kind of deal with these battle ball a little bit easier than in the classical age here. Hell's not close to that next age. Brickhead getting really close to going Mythic Age here, and Mythic Age is going to spell doom for HellsRavage, because Perseus is going to come out, and this battle ball spam is going to become very, very easy to deal with Odysseus. But just having the Ajax out is kind of enough. It's a sort of bad micro from Brickhead here. You need to get these Toxotes to pick off the throwing axemen so that your Achilles doesn't get taking free damage from them. And here you go, looking like all these battle ball are going down. Nice raid going on in the middle of this fight as well, picking off those gold mine villages. And that is the game. HellsRavage taps out. GG. Well played by Brickhead, being what seemed like behind for the entire game. Hangs in here, steals the gold mine, and it manages to make life super hard for HellsRavage. I feel like this is HellsRavage's game to win, to be honest. If he just made those battle ball at the very start of the heroic age, when he had 75 favor. Then the flaming weapons comes in. So he spends 75 favor on 3 battle ball. Then he spends all of the favor he gets from the flaming weapons, which is generally 100 favor. That's an extra like 4 battle ball. And then you have 8 battle ball to play with, or maybe 7 battle board to play with at like 12 minutes into the game. It's really important to do that. You basically, the way that it works with Loki is you kind of make dwarfs in the classical age and put them onto food. When you're advancing to the heroic age, you take those dwarves off food that you were putting onto food and put them onto gold, and then that excess gold you're getting goes straight into battle board. 225 gold, 25 favor. You can get a lot done with that. Anyways, did not do that. Brickhead did play Hades very, very well in this game. Managed to take it and leveling the series 1-1. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like my videos. I want to see them as soon as they come out. My name is Boit, and I will see you guys next time.